morning from Tulum. So this happened last night. It was like a monsoon rain and it really came down. It was pretty intense. So I had to kind of stay in a bit. I did manage to go out later and meet my friend Crystal, but it was pretty wet. So yeah, this is my I guess this is my last full day in Tulum, and I'm going to just get a coffee right now. Just gonna wander, go down to the beach again, try to show you guys some more stuff and give you some more insights on Tulum for 2024. And I also wanted to talk about a couple of things. I think there's probably a lot of people here on this channel who probably are considering Mexico as a place to live, maybe retire or be a digital nomad, just be an expat. And there's other options out there now too. So one of the options I wanted to talk about, besides Mexico, which is a wonderful, beautiful country to live in, is Portugal. And Portugal, over the last decade, has become like a go-to destination for a lot of people. A lot of travelers, digital nomads have gravitated towards Portugal because of its gorgeous, it's a very gorgeous country on many levels. The people, I am Portuguese. I was born there, so I have a bit of an inside knowledge, but the people are wonderful. The atmosphere is wonderful. The quality of life is wonderful. The food, the beaches, the architecture. I mean, there's not a lot about Portugal not to like. So, the cost of living, although it is, I would say, probably higher than Mexico, and it is in euros, but it is for European standards, it's still more reasonable than living in, let's say, England or France, Spain. It's a more reasonable economy. So things are going to be a little bit more cheaper. In Portugal than you might find in those other countries. But that's probably going to change as more and more people gravitate there. The other good thing about Portugal versus Mexico is you're in Europe and you're very close to all these other destinations, like all these countries. You just get on a train and within an hour or so you're in another country. So that's a big advantage. Mexico is great, but it's also a country that is, it's big, and even though you have cheap flights out of Cancun, it's all Mexico, right? So you have everything from Oaxaca, Baja California Sur, Yucatan, and then the whole Mexico City area, and yeah, so that's something to consider. The other thing is Europe is a little bit more advanced, and especially Portugal, it's a little bit more advanced. You're not going to see some of the things that you experienced in Mexico. There isn't quite the same, I wouldn't call it poverty, but a kind of Europe is definitely a higher standard of life. So you're gonna see less of this sort of street life, taco vendors, etc., etc. Just something to consider if you plan to live there. But it also doesn't have the charm of Mexico. Mexico has charm, I find. And Europe is a little bit more closed, it's a little bit more established and fixed, whereas like I said, Mexico is much more wide open. A lot of interesting things here. There's a lot of history here. There's still like ruins and there's a lot of indigenous culture here, Mayan culture, all those things are here. But if you do get European citizenship, for some reason, if you're able to get European citizenship, then you'll be okay. Healthcare is very good there. Standard of living is very good, and employment opportunities are good, and they're much better paying. You don't make money working in Mexico for a Mexican company unless you're an executive or something. So that limits you a lot. Whereas in Europe, you can do better. You could do much better in Europe financially. I just arrived at my favorite coffee shop. Mocha. So this coffee shop is on the street here in Tulum, and I guess it's a Calle Venus and Avenida Satellites. So Venus and Satellites, and great coffee in the morning. Buenos días. They make a great coffee, and it's really reasonable. I think mine costs like 55 pesos, which is quite reasonable. Latte double shot?
Double espresso quiere?
Double latte.
Okay.
Yeah, with milk.
The small one or big one?
This one. Are you from Italy? Are you Italian?
Sí.
That's why it's good coffee.
¿Me dijiste azúcar?
So the person running the shop is Italian, which explains why the coffee's so good. I'm going to just head down to the beach, and hopefully it won't rain, and see what there is to see there. I'm gonna catch a colectivo and do the same thing as I did yesterday. So catch up. Thank you very much. Now that is an amazing cup of coffee. There's nothing like an amazing cup of good coffee in the morning. Oh my God. So amazing. Happiness is a beautiful cup of coffee in the morning. Just sets the tone. I'm just gonna walk over to the Colectivo stand. I can see it from here. And I'm going to hop on to a Colectivo. ¿Cuánto cuesta un latte?
It's close.
Oh, está cerrado. Ok. ¿A qué horas está?
Una hora más o menos.
Más o menos.
Sí,
Ok.
porque calienta y todo.
Well, I ran out of luck there. It looked like a nice little cafe. Maybe I'll come back later. Now I'll just go down to the beach. See what there is down there. So here in Tulum, and look at this. That's very inhospitable, isn't it? So if you're in Tulum and you're thinking about eating breakfast, etc., just keep in mind everything at the beach is going to be more expensive, considerably more expensive. So food, coffees. I mean, yesterday I was going to get a matcha latte. It was like almost 250 pesos. Whoa, that's insane. So keep that in mind. You can always like get some food here in the Pueblo. And I mean, if you want, you just go to a taco stand and play like 50 pesos and less. And get a really good, like authentic Mexican breakfast like everyone else. And then go to the beach and enjoy yourself and, you know, maybe get some water there. And if you want to sit at, if you do want to sit at a beach club, then yeah, you're gonna have to order something, but you don't have to order anything too expensive. It could be just very simple. Oh, here's my colectivos. Buenos días.
Hola, buen día.
Para la playa.
Claro que sí, hay que hacer fila, ya sabes. 5
Fila.
minutos salimos.
5 minutes. 5 minutes and there will be a colectivo. Well, I thought Raw Love had eggs, but apparently it doesn't. I was gonna get an avocado toast with eggs, but all they have is avocado toast without the eggs, and it's a bit pricey to begin with, so okay, I'll just go somewhere else. There's a few other options down here. Yeah, so again, you know, the advantages of living in Portugal versus Mexico also include a very nice infrastructure. The country is very modern. It's well developed, and it's in the Eurozone. So you're going to enjoy all the benefits of that aspect as well. Whereas Mexico, the bureaucracy here is can be a bit overwhelming. I don't want to call it corruption, but there is a kind of a corrupt nature here in Mexico, in the sense that if you want to get things done, if you're trying to start a business as a resident or something, you're going to draw the attention of the government and the cartels. So I know from talking to friends here in Tulum who are in the know that they do not want to have their name or brand associated to any business or item that can draw money. As soon as you start drawing money, income through a brand or business or products, you will get attention. You'll start to draw attention, and whether they're actual cartel people or scammers or something, you'll start to draw attention. So some people I know, they just keep a very low profile, low key, and you know, that way they can still make a bit of money and be able to live here. And it's an interesting little shop. This is what I'm talking about, the Tuluminati. Should be considered like the Tuluminati boutique shop, because all the clothes here all these clothes, I don't see people wearing this in the daytime. This is definitely not something you wear in the daytime. This is something you wear to an event, ceremony, nightclub, something like that. Mostly people just wear basic beach wear. So the advantage of Portugal, everything's just much more upfront. There's a lot less corruption, and if you do get residency there, you know, you kind of know where you stand, and the legal system works very well there. Things work very well in Portugal. And, you know, Mexico's okay if you just want to live here as an expat, you know, live on your savings or income or retirement. But if you're looking to set up a business or try something here, you need to be mindful of those things. It's just how it is. Well, I've been waiting for the sun, but the sun has not showed up. And it's windy. And that place I went to, Ziggy's, was like double the price that it was like 2 years ago. Things have really changed here as far as pricing. That's just how it is. So I'm gonna head back to Salina, which is actually pretty good. Sit there, relax a little bit, take a long walk on the beach, and then I don't know, see where to go from there. Might go see the ruins later. The Mayan ruins are kind of cool. They're not as interesting as some other ruins, but just something else to see in Tulum. Would go maybe to a cenote. I don't know. I'll see how it goes. Take it from there. Well, it can't get any better than this, can it? Let's see it. The sun is out. It's beautiful. The beach is nice. Can't think of what else to say, but it's amazing. So, comparing the beaches, Playa del Carmen versus Tulum beaches, 2024. I have to say that Tulum comes out the winner. The beach here right now is almost perfect. I mean, I've been to nicer beaches, but this beach right now is fantastic. There's a lot of space between the hotels and the water, which makes it nice for walking. You don't feel like you're walking on top of each other. The playa beaches are very tight. Playa beaches are very narrow and overcrowded. So I think if you want to enjoy a beach vacation, I would say come to Tulum versus Playa. If the beach is your thing, then Tulum is your destination. But again, you got to be mindful. The prices are different. Hotels, especially, staying on the beach, is extremely expensive. But like I showed you, you could take a colectivo for 20-30 pesos and come down here and just hang around. You don't have to buy anything at the beach clubs. You can just walk through. They're not going to stop you. You just walk through with your beach bag, and here you are. You're on the beach. You got beach access. Now, if you have a bicycle, you'll need to park it. If you're driving, you'll need to pay for parking. But I like the colectivo. I like that idea. It's very easy. It's very nice. It's very fast. Very convenient. We're running all the time. Just jump in, jump out, and you're here. If you have kids, it's a different kind of situation. If you have kids, you need to be much more mindful of where you're staying, and make sure you're looking after them. So I'm looking for the Raw Love Beach smoothie place. I think it's around here somewhere. So look. That's the one thing Playa del Carmen needs to work on, is improving their beach situation. It's unfortunate that they allowed the hotels to build so close to the water. It made the beaches extremely difficult. They were, I guess, trying to force people to stay in the hotels or resorts and use their, their chairs and their beach chairs and stuff, but it kind of backfires. I think you need both. So, yeah. Come down here, enjoy the beach, but be mindful. Not the cheapest option, but I think at least you're going to be guaranteed a good beach experience if it doesn't rain or if it's not too windy or anything like that. Nightlife, very different nightlife. Playa del Carmen has a certain kind of nightlife, and Tulum has a totally different kind of nightlife. So the Tulum nightlife is different. Like obviously you have bars, live events, but there's also a lot of clubs here, dance clubs, which are very fancy and can be very expensive. Playa del Carmen is sort of like, it's like Coney Island. It's all out there on Fifth Avenue, and it's a lot of Mexicans, locals, who go down to the bars there too. There's a lot of locals going to those bars, and having a good time. So you're gonna find that a lot. I mean, you just go out on Fifth Avenue. That's the thing about Playa, is they have Fifth Avenue, and it's like a whole line of clubs and restaurants and things like that. Tulum's not like that. It's a destination place. You need to choose your destination. It's not just the kind of place you can wander around. And that's Tulum. It's good to do a bit of research before you come here. I think the research is important. The research will help you plan your vacation a lot better. Playa, if you just show up, everything's fine. You have everything on Fifth Avenue. Tulum is a little bit, like I said, destination oriented. Plan your restaurants, plan your nightclubs, plan your activities, plan your hotels much more carefully, and you'll definitely take better advantage of your time here. Tulum is also a place where I think renting a car makes more sense. Whoa. Renting a car in Tulum makes more sense because you got the beach, it's like 4 kilometers away from town. You got all these cenotes and cobas just up the road. You can go inland to Valladolid, visit Chichen Itza. You can go up and down the coast. You can go for a day trip to Playa or go south to Bacalar. Having a car here is actually kind of not a bad idea, but whereas in Playa you kind of don't need a car. Everything's walking distance. Well, where is my smoothie place? I went by here yesterday. This is the Jungle Gym. Jungle Gym. Where all the cool people come to do their workout on the beach. I like the concept, you know, having a gym on the beach. I think it's a great concept. Wow, wow, wow. Look what I got. One of the most amazing acai bowls you can get here in Tulum. You come here to Raw Love, called Raw Love on the beach. They make these amazing smoothie bowls, and I think they are worth like every penny. Definitely something to try when you're down here and enjoy. It's one of the best smoothie bowls I've ever had. I'm just going to enjoy this. Look out at this wonderful sea. Nothing beats this feeling. Nothing. You need it. Everyone needs to do this. For your mental health, for your physical health, for your emotional health. You need to come down here and put your feet on the ground, walk in the water, and feel this. It's a very healing experience, you know. People pay crazy money for therapies, all kinds of drugs, but really all you need is to do this. Put your feet here on the sand, on the ground, and just learn to accept yourself and love the world you're in. Here on the beach in Tulum, one of the most beautiful beaches you could experience right now on the planet. It's here for you. You just need to find a way to get yourself down here. Try to spend a week, a few days, whatever you can, but just come down and experience this wonderful beach, this wonderful water. Well, I'm back on the beach road, off the beach, walking towards Pueblo, and this will probably be my last time here on this road today, maybe for the next few months. Tomorrow I leave Tulum and go back to my cold city. And yeah, I just want to leave you with a few thoughts. Tulum is an amazing place. As much as people have said in other videos, there's a lot of division about Tulum and how people feel about it. People have a lot of mixed feelings about Tulum. Some people think it's the best thing, it's heaven, it's paradise. Other people think it's just overrated, expensive, hype. And you know what? The real Tulum lies somewhere in between. So whatever energy you bring to this place is what you will take with you. If you come here with a lot of expectations, then maybe you might be disappointed. On the other hand, if you're open-minded and willing to explore this place and give it a chance, then I think you might get pleasantly surprised. Just one thing to note, you know, it's not cheap, but again, I don't think anybody pretends that it is, so keep that in mind. The other misconception I want to get rid of is this notion in some YouTube videos that I've seen is that you cannot get access to the beach from the beach road. And the beach road stretches all the way down the beach and turns eventually into the Pueblo. So many YouTubers say, oh yeah, you can't get into the beach, you can't get into the beach, but the reality is you can. There's many points you can get in, but it means that you have to go through a beach club or a hotel, but nobody stops you. Nobody says, show me your papers, or you know, you have to spend $70 or something. Nobody asks for that. Just, if you come here with your bike, obviously you're gonna have to find a place to park it, or a motorcycle. You got to park it. There's one right here. I wouldn't just park it anywhere because it could get hauled away. No gracias. Yeah, it could get hauled away. But I'm just looking for a colectivo. So keep in mind that you can get access to the beach along the beach road. All you have to do is jump into a hotel or one of these accommodations or one of these beach clubs and just go right through and jump in. So don't let that put you off. And I'm hoping he's gonna stop. Let's see if he's gonna stop. Let's see if this guy's gonna stop. Stop. Gracias. And he did stop. Gracias. Well, very happy about that. So heading back to the Pueblo. Well, I just got off the colectivo. 30 pesos from the beach. Took me right back to where I started. So it's actually a pretty good deal. Really good deal. But overall, you gotta remember, Mexico, especially Tulum, not as cheap as it used to be, so just be aware of that. And now I'm going to find that cafe that I was at earlier, see if I can get a coffee, because I feel like something different. So I'm here at this restaurant called La Guardino, and it's my last night. And my friend Crystal recommended this place, and it looks pretty cool. It's very cozy, very warm, lighting's great. The menu's pretty good. It's pretty reasonable. You got fries, you got steaks, you got tuna, salmon. Yeah, it's got a lot of different things. So, and the drinks, obviously, got a lot of drinks. So, yeah. Can I ask you a question? What is this horchata de coco?
Ah, no hay.
No hay?
No hay.
No? Okay.
De coco no hay, nada. Ginger beer tampoco hay. No hay.
No hay? No hay
No.
ginger beer? No.
Ginger beer no, de coco no. Y cervezas solamente Corona,
Sí.
una sola.
Agua mineral con gas?
Sí,
Ah?
mineral, una,
Con gas.
Bueno.
Sí. Yeah, yeah. Sí.
una.
Yeah, yeah. I guess I'll get some mineral water. And yeah, it's like a good restaurant. Looks like a very cute place. Looks onto the street. Yeah, it looks great. I'm happy with it. So it's been a very good trip. It's been a very good trip. Tulum was better than I expected this time. The beaches were cleaner. There's no seaweed. There wasn't that many people on the beach. Playa del Carmen, on the other hand, it was as usual. It was very crowded, as expected. The beach was really crowded, so it's very hard to enjoy it. Yeah, is what it is. So, Playa del Carmen versus Tulum. You guys got to decide. I've given a lot of information on the differences between the two places, and I think I've given you enough for you to make kind of a informed decision as to which destination might be better for you. And if you want, please leave me some questions in the comments. I'll try to answer them. Maybe I missed something. So yeah, please let me know. I'll be glad to answer any question. And yeah, very different destinations. Very different. I tend to like the Tulum restaurants and the Tulum nightlife than the Playa. The Playa nightlife tends to be a bit crazy. It's a bit unhinged. I think it's great for college kids who want to go wild, because it can get pretty loud and obnoxious, and you know, drunk and disorderly and loud techno music, especially like right around the, you know, the center of Fifth Avenue. Oh, gracias. Gracias. Right around the center of Fifth Avenue. It gets really loud and obnoxious. So, yeah, I mean, I wish Tulum had better urban planning. I wish I had better urban planning around the beach road. The beach road is a disaster. They really need to build an entirely new road about maybe half a kilometer north of the beach road, and then take that beach road and make it just pedestrian. Just for people to walk, boutiques, etc. Something like Fifth Avenue, just pedestrian for bikes and stuff, and have a service road just half a kilometer just above the beach road. I think that would be the solution. If they could do that, I think that'd be great. That would solve a lot of problems. Anyways, I think I'm gonna order my food and see what comes. So stay tuned. We are not done. Well, this is it. I'm on the bus, headed to the airport. To Randallside. And this is nice. The bus costs about 425 or so pesos. Airport. And as you can see, there's like a lot of people waiting to get on. You guys can meet here. Definitely somewhere. Not just as a party place for 3 days a week, but also I think there's a lot of opportunities coming here to Tulum for expats.
Excuse me.
You know, basically work abroad, do something else. Countries. So, residential visas. If you want to really stay here, I think 6-month visas are just fine. As I was explaining in my other video, 6 months is a lot. It's very easy to just